Jonathan Frieman, attorney, nonprofit consultant, co-founder of the Center for Corporate Policy. Corporatepolicy.org is the website. And Twitter is Yogistein, Yogistein, is on the line with us. Hey, Jonathan, how are you?
Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine.
Oh, wonderful. Great. How you doing, Tom?
And I see you too. So you hopped into the HOV lane, the two persons or more lane, on a freeway in inner near San Francisco, where in the neighborhood more or less where you live. And what happened?
Well, it was during the morning rush hour, and as you said, the carpool lane is restricted during rush hour to vehicles carrying two or more persons. And road signs clearly say that, and the vehicle code says that the definition of a person includes a natural person or a corporation. And I've been packing incorporation papers of my family foundation for years in the car trying to get this particular traffic ticket, and finally I did.
So you had a corporation in the car with you. I mean, literally, you had the incorporation papers. The police officer pulled you over.
Yeah.
Finally.
And so when I got stopped, I told the cops that I said, look, I've got incorporation papers for a corporation, which is a person under the vehicle code 470. I quoted it for him.
Right.
And he, of course, didn't get it. So, and thankfully, he still gave me a ticket because now we can push the point in court.
So you're gonna fight this in court. You're gonna say there were two persons in the car. Didn't the police officer actually say you have to have two persons? He used that word?
Right. He said, I said, if I had a corporation, said, you need to have two persons in the car. I said, thank you.
So you're not just going to take this to traffic court?
Well, what's going to happen when the judge comes up with this case? He's going to be thinking, well, if I say, yes, it's okay, then everybody can use incorporation paper to drive on the carpool lane during the restricted times.
Right. And if I say it's not okay, then he just went up against against Scalia.
That's right. he's saying, well, corporations aren't persons for the purpose of driving in the carpool lane, which is a form of discrimination which I don't think he wants to get into.
Well, corporations are not persons with regard to marriage. That, is that not a precedent? I mean, I remember there was a group up in Portland when I lived there. In fact, I spoke at one of their gigs and we had them on the radio that incorporated and tried to run this corporation as a candidate in an election, saying it was a person, and the judge ruled against them.
Right, and you can't vote because you're not a citizen, but here we're actually going to invoke the wisdom of Antonin Scalia and ask for them to interpret the law strictly, which is, it says that the definition of a person under the vehicle code includes natural persons and corporations. And so
this is in the motor vehicle code? It says that a person includes a corporation?
Yes, a California vehicle code, section 470. And this is actually pretty standard. If you go to the San Rafael City Code and under the definitions of persons, it says a person is a natural person or a corporation.
Right. Are you prepared to appeal this all the way to the Supreme Court, Jonathan?
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
That is incredible. That is incredible. If it gets to the Supreme Court in time for the retirement of one of the right-wingers and the replacement by somebody rational, hopefully, by President Obama, that would make for a very interesting case. Even if not, it would make for an interesting case.
Right, and I just don't know, though, if it's ever going to get that far. But still, the point is to push it in court and make it a really good learning tool for people to understand how readily corporations are accepted as quote-unquote persons.
Right.
They shouldn't be.
Yeah, and turn this into a cause celeb. I mean, let's get as much publicity as possible for the fact that Jonathan Frieman has gotten busted driving with two persons in his car in the two-person lane because one of those persons was a corporation. In your defense, I suppose you could play that clip of Mitt Romney saying, corporations are people, my friend.
Say that again? If what?
Mitt Romney famously during the campaign
Yes, he did.
said, corporations are people, my friend. Don't you?
Corporations are people, my friend.
There it is, as a matter of fact.
Right.
Mitt has a way of hopping into this show from time to time.
Yeah, that's quite fallacious.
Yeah, quite fallacious. So, Jonathan, do you know of anybody else around the country who's doing this? And is corporatepolicy.org on this as well?
I don't think anybody else is doing this because there aren't very many places that have carpool lanes, as I recall. They're up in Seattle. They're just north of San Francisco here in LA. But I don't know of any other places in the country that actually have carpool lanes that do this. Probably in the Beltway, but I don't know. And of course, the Center for Corporate Policy is giving me support. It's just got an email from Charlie Cray today, and another one from Daniel Greenwood, who is a constitutional lawyer up at Hofstra and just a wonderful intellect. So I'm getting a lot of support on it.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and worthwhile, and of course here you are now. We're talking with Jonathan Frieman. Jonathan is an attorney, a nonprofit consultant, the co-founder of the Center for Corporate Policy. Hopped in his car with a corporation, with the incorporation papers for his family foundation, and got busted for driving without a second person in the car. And the police officer apparently has never heard of Anthony Scalia. Very interesting. Jonathan, yeah. I wish you the very best on this.
Thank you.
Keep it up, my friend.
All right, yeah, talking with you, Tom.
And let us know if anything happens. We'll get you back on the air, okay?
You bet.
Okay, do good, brother.